Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome to the demo for Jusant. So there was a demo of this game available during the last Steam Next Fest, and a bunch of people I know played it, and they all said some version of the same couple of things to me. Everybody said, hey, it's really cool, you should check it out, and I just didn't get around to it. And everybody also said it kind of weirdly ping-pongs back and forth between performing really well and performing like garbage. So just be ready for that when you play it. I don't know if this is the exact same demo or if they have fixed whatever between then and now. I guess we're going to find out together. But I'm excited about this. It comes highly recommended. A French nautical term for a receding tide. That's an interesting title for a game that I understand is about climbing stuff. We'll get the, the thematic and narrative connotations at some point here. It sure does communicate a vibe, like, swiftly and efficiently. Well, I guess it's gonna mostly be about climbing one thing. As a mood-setting piece, that was terrifically effective. I really like that. Okay, so let's just have a little look around here. I am getting a little bit of like input lag on just like mouse looking around. Man, this is the sort of like the sense of scale and desolation is really effective. Alright, what else is going on around here? Also, a lot of time has been put into, like, staging and setting these environments. Do I have a jump? Oh, I do, but it's like a real person jump. Okay, you hold jump and you get like sort of a slow heave and mantle. Honestly, it's a lot like the jumping in Thief. Okay. Oh, I'm actually controlling each of my hands individually. That's interesting. So you can kind of like look around for other grips. Yeah, I can definitely see like I have a couple of rock climbing friends in my life. That is friends who like to rock climb, not friends with whom I rock climb because I can you imagine? Can you imagine me doing that? And I could definitely see why this would appeal to them immediately. Okay, the icon displays the rope's main carabiner. When full, it means the rope is wound in. When empty, the rope is attached to a wall. How do I step it back? Does it just do its thing, like, more or less automatically? I guess so, because there's another attachment spot there, and it feels like... Okay, there we go. Yeah, that's interesting. Like, putting some actual mechanic to the climbing itself, rather than making climbing just a thing you do to get to a place to do mechanics. Because there have been a lot of games that have a lot of climbing in them recently. Obviously, you know, you got your Switch Zeldas and whatnot. But even there, where climbing does have some mechanics, and you are like making decisions while you're climbing and stuff, the actual act of climbing is just hold stick, right? So I like this approach. I like making the act of the journey itself something that's a little bit more thoughtful, something you have to engage with a little bit more. So out of curiosity here, if I like get up here and then I tap V, I'm not allowed to interact with my rope while I'm climbing. Okay. Actually, I kind of wish that the rope didn't attach to the attach point automatically when you start climbing, because I, like, given what else they're doing here, I kind of want it to be, like, a lot of manual behaviors. Can I get... Okay. Where exactly am I... Alright, if I can get up to this next board, then I think we can climb across like this. Yeah, actually kind of like looking in the environment for handholds and stuff is really cool. And you know, so far the performance is mostly holding. Gosh, where was sea level before? Huh. Okay, so we're getting a little bit more. The three small icons represent secondary pitons. If they're full, they're available to use. If they're empty, they're already attached to the wall. Okay. Guess I probably... No, I want to be going this way. So right hand grab on this. I can grab on to there. And then V to pull it back up. Okay, so hold on. If I grab on... Can I get my... Yeah, I want my right hand on this. So does the piton go where I have my hand, or... it was not clear to me where... why it got placed where it got placed there. Yes, you gotta have a free hand, so one assumes... Oh no, it kind of just gets placed near you, I guess. Ah, for when you're gonna attempt something real smart and normal. Get my hand on this. Alright. Monitor your stamina, keep it topped up to prevent yourself from falling. I wonder, is this going to be a more complicated system, or is it just like climbing costs stamina? Or is it going to be the case that you can like find secure enough spots to like rest yourself a little bit? Can I reach that? It actually doesn't necessarily seem like I want to now that I'm looking at the situation as we find it. Because like in places where I'm able to get my legs on, Oh, okay, hold on. I'm going to piton. We're going to try something here. Okay. Went exactly how I envisioned it. Feeling a little tired. All right. Do I need to? Can I not just grab onto the rope? Oh, he won't. He won't really just grab onto the rope. Okay. This rope that's hanging horizontally. All right, here we go. So I used a piton when I wasn't explicitly told to. That is neat that there is a little rest animation. It's like find a spot where your legs can do a lot of the work of holding you in place and just shake out your muscles. Okay, no, there were only 2 mandatory piton placements. Okay. Yeah, sorry. Definitely wind this back in. Well, that's inconvenient. So do my pitons reload automatically, or am I going to have to be like really fantastically careful with these? Okay, that's definitely a place where we could start climbing again. Let's have a little bit more of a look around. I guess a very little bit more of a look around. There's nothing here to start the climb on. I doubt I'd be able to push a piton into that, like, hard stone wall anyway. I mean, I guess you're usually putting pitons into stone, but you know what I mean, the wall that looks, like, more machined. Okay, we do just generate new pitons. That's probably a good idea, because if that wasn't the case, then you'd be so loath to use them. Okay, what have we here? Another sleep turning over stones at the old delta. Harvest 2 belay stations for parts. A good catch. That should be enough to reopen the route to the old cape. Otherwise, it's all smooth sailing. A couple of old lanterns I think I can revive. And folks used to throw this stuff away. Oh, and I finally caught an old knitting machine for Ennio, who's been asking for one for cycles. Not in great shape, but we should be able to tinker with it. Still not sure how I'm going to haul it up to low tide, though. Huh. Okay, those are sort of unnatural interface buttons for interacting with a piece of paper we're reading. But fine. Who has a hand available to press backspace? Okay. Gosh, there sure are a lot of... Are these... No, these are not candles. What are these? What is growing here? Okay, the rope can be attached to most surfaces by holding down C. So you don't have to go just where you are told. Ooh. There was a little hitch there, and it behaved certainly in a way. All right, I think... Okay. So I can pull in the rope. I see. Oh, I can sort of wall run a little bit, too. Interesting. All right, I know I'm making this look incredibly smooth and cool. Ow. Okay, I see. I was really just trying to get over to this. I thought I could maybe grab onto the wood sticking out of the wall up there. But this works too. Yeah, being able to sort of rappel down a little bit and swing is going to make for a lot more possible exploration. That's an interesting icon that I don't know what to do with. Huh. So that would also let us just drop down below. It's not really a good reason to do so, it doesn't look like. But we can set up return points for ourselves. That's nice. That's really interesting. So there's the ability to just kind of like sit and take in the echoes of the place. That's also interesting. So, yeah, we're gaining height pretty rapidly, actually. Oh, I feel like you can handle an elevator, or you can handle a ladder. Oh, okay. I'm trying to figure out if it's faster to just like jump up stuff like this. And the answer is kind of. I'm sort of wondering, like, to what degree should we be trying to swing around to areas that are off the beaten path? Yeek, how are things at the sawmill? Business has been slow at the restaurant. Almost no one came to the last music night, even though people are climbing down from all over. I know we don't play the shells anymore, but still. Because, like, you know, we could probably get somewhere around the side of this rock. I think the way forward is very clearly over here. But, like, let's just play a little bit. Okay, let me stick to the wall here so it's... okay. That's gain and lose slack. There's not really anything to grab onto over here, though, is there? Yeah, the thing about the handholds method of climbing is it requires a great deal more like realism to the environment for you to be able to get up the. How do I get off of this surface that I put myself on? I can't seem to. All right, you know what? We'll just call it here. I'm glad I did this in a place where there was ground directly below me. So you can kind of tap jump and get yourself like a little bit of an extra grab, but it really does inhibit your ability to... first of all, it spends stamina very quickly, and secondly, it does inhibit your ability to just like grab on and hang afterward. Hold on, let's I keep pressing the wrong button for down. Doesn't seem like we're likely to be able to get up very much. Let's have a look at down. They've got this nice area here where it's this nice little line written on the wall to show you where they want you to run. Okay, I can see there are like pitons over there. There we go. And if we fall, we probably won't even die. Ooh, that feels a little bit like a stretch there. Yeah, all right. I feel bad for our character's arms. Like, this is almost painful just looking at it. I don't think I'd be much cut out for rock climbing, frankly. Whoa. Okay. I was kind of expecting those to be more stationary like all the rest of this stuff. How did you even get up here, little crab? That's incredible. Good job. So I wonder if the idea is perhaps, like, I'd been thinking, oh, you know, it used to be, the sea level used to be much, much higher, and the seas have sort of like broken down. But now I'm wondering, as we see this more and more, if in fact the deal is that the sea level rises significantly some of the time, like if we are in a place that is not necessarily safe to be. Why place a piton? You could just jump in a way that's way that's extremely safe. Okay, no, hold this. Let go with that hand. There we go. Okay, I can't believe it let me have that. It definitely feels like sometimes you are allowed to climb up on things that your hand isn't actually reaching. Boy, how would you ever feel comfortable swinging here? Can I just fall? Nope, the answer is no. How does one get onto a ladder from above? Okay, I guess that works. It wasn't until I started my shift to prepare for the crossing that I realized. It's my last crossing to supply for Merolia. After that, folks will have to make do with what they have. Huh. Wonder why. Also, I definitely couldn't do this part because I am, like, deathly afraid of heights. Some games, they really set off the fear of heights. Some games don't. This one's not really doing it. I have no idea what the difference is between the two cases. All right, well. Ooh, this seems a little tricky. Sort of climbing up like inverted here. Yeah, the game the game cheats for you pretty hard. Your limbs end up in places. Oh, I'd really like to grab onto this with that hand. Holy hell, kid. The grip strength. Yeah, this is probably a good place. Yep, there you go. Get that little wall scramble going. They call it a double jump. I would not necessarily. It certainly involves the surface you're pressed against and also like your whole body and your arms. Wow. Okay. At least you can attach to those. Ah, so those other ones that we found, they weren't so much ways back down as they were short ways back up should we fall. The developers of this game are thinking maybe Bennett Foddy is not right about like the most compelling elements of gameplay in all ways. Listen, I don't think Bennett Foddy earnestly believes that game was. We don't have to get into litigating the sort of the philosophical underpinnings of that game, I guess. Can I grab onto... Yeah, there we go. I wasn't sure if these would support my weight, frankly. I'm a little surprised that they do. So there's more over there. I think I can just do the jump. Let's go ahead and piton here. Alright, should be relatively easy to climb up the cargo net. Oh, I know. Up to a certain threshold. And I have no idea what causes that threshold to decrease. Alright, maybe this is a good time to rest. Because we're about to transition onto like a new surface. Yeah, here we go. No, go down. There we go. Boy, how much rope is in this carabiner thing? Okay, so we can get up there and we can cross pretty easily. Yeah, I guess there's no reason to try to do anything fancier than that. Yeah, unfortunately, like the constant small scale puzzle of where do I put my hands to climb up, it's cool and it's engaging to play. I don't know that I have a lot to say about it. Well, I mean, that's clearly where we are supposed to be going. There's definitely stuff over there as well. It's hard to tell if the ledge over there is just like set dressing, or I guess if I were going to try to reach that, I'd want to do it from higher up than this. In any case, I'm getting distracted. Wow, look at you. Like some kind of rat pig. What an adorable little thing. Where you going, buddy? It's leading us directly to the interactable. And then disappearing under the table. Hey, Bianca, you must have cast off for who knows where. I went back to the postal relay. Still no water, surprise, surprise. Sully and Faz are still sorting through everything by hand, and I've gotten roped into helping with deliveries. Me, on Pebbleback. You can imagine what a sight that is. Even I'm laughing at myself. Still, why not, right? It's a fresh start, and I quite like seeing the world as the mail comes in. Well, it'd be nicer if this damn pebble would just change course when I ask it to. Ugh, I'm telling you, it's stubborn, worse than old Yom. Honestly, though, what a nightmare. Anyway, I'm going to miss the tide at this rate. I left your mail by the door. See, that's interesting. There's an enter button to show next, and I was like, oh, it's for like multi-page documents. So when we're done reading the text that's visible now, I just quit. But apparently sometimes there's text that's just on the page that it's not showing you yet, that I didn't necessarily read all of on the previous ones. That's a really strange way to implement reading a single sheet of paper. Careful. Yeah, there's definitely kind of a far lone sales sort of vibe to the approach to this this major structure thing here. Hey, Bianca. How are things down there? I hear your boss sailed off into the horizon. Good riddance. Never liked him anyway. Things here at the hut are pretty quiet. Not many people stop by these days. A seasonal job when there are no more seasons. I'm starting to get bored. You can tell because I've started scratching letters. Tell me something to distract me, won't you? Oh, and then this is like a reply, I guess. Oh, Emmy, I'm so glad to hear from you. Yeah, I'm about as useful as a buoy on dry land. No surprises there. You've been gone for a while, so maybe you don't know, but everything here is closed, except for old Ennio's shop. He's still raising his chocos. Bassa tried to convince him to leave with them. You remember Bassa, the little terror at the back of the classroom? They got caught in quite a gale. It was amazing. No one's dared try again since. Do you think they're going to keep you on if people stop coming by? You might be seeing more folks soon, though. I came across a classified ad. They're mounting an expedition to explore the crow's nest. I'd like that, but going off on an adventure with strangers? Ugh. Yeah, I hear that. Oh, yeah, I heard about that. Heading for the clouds, huh? That sounds like quite something. I'll better stock the hold. Bet they'll come this way. You know what? You should join them. You can come see me too. You don't have any excuses since you're out of a job. That'd be a nice change from the few stray travelers that still come by. Hey, the other day, another climber got stuck at Weeping Rock Pass. I had to go fetch them. Ugh, if only you could have seen them. Stupid enough to eat hay, as they say around here. What a weird colloquialism. Okay, it's settled. I'll be waiting for you. Doesn't feel very settled. Can I get up on this slope? No. So there's a lot of these little things around here. Yeah, it's really interesting to see, like, to try to make sense of the environment as we're seeing it, with the boats all, like, way up in the sky here, and the whole place has a very nautical city by the sea kind of vibe, and that's very strange considering how high up this tower we are. Wow, these plants managed to get awfully big, whatever they are. Do I want to check that out? I guess we can check it out more easily once we're up there. And just rappel down. Huh. Snow globes. I wonder how old those are. Oh, okay. We're definitely not getting up this way. At least not via the stairs. Logbook. 12 octaves after the Jusant. I'm finally leaving. Oh, I'm so happy I couldn't sleep a wink. At the old harbormaster's office, a note caught my eye. It sounded like poetry. Expedition to the clouds, seeking hope and water. Join us at 12 octaves, Becca and Arlo's farm, Highfield, to journey together. After spending so long marinating and trying to find meaning in life, it'll do me good to see the world, as Emma would say. Hopefully we'll be stopping by her hut. Just the thought of seeing her again is enough to tell me I'm making the right decision. And with any luck, there'll be other adventurers leaving from low tide. I don't want to make my way to the meeting point with the rest of the expedition all by myself. The only time I ever left here was for the harvest festivals when I was just a small fry. So an expedition like this is no small matter. They want to set sail for the clouds. Oh no, my parents! I forgot about them. Oh, what am I going to tell them? Hey folks, I'm off on an adventure. See you around if and only if I make it back alive. Oh, of course, Bianca dear, don't forget to bring snacks. I'd better just not say anything. And I should bring snacks. What else? What do people normally take on this type of trip? One thing's for sure. What's a journey without a logbook? I've got it covered. I plan to make like expeditions that set off for the salt plain in search of springs. I'm going to scatter my journal entries along the way for anyone who might come after us. Starting with this message. Well, isn't that convenient? Farewell, my lighthouse. You welcomed me with wonder and have kept me company as I've pondered. Too much. You've always been there for me, and I'm leaving you to the weave beaks who will watch over you from the sky. And to watch over this message, I'm leaving one of my creations. Adventure calls. Bianca. One of your creations. A cute little bird that you whittled, I guess? Huh. Okay. Let's go ahead and attach this. Do I want to try to... I do, I think. I want to try to go down here. So let's... just poke our head in this lower... This is the bathroom. It's a bathroom, as everybody can tell from the 3 seashells. You do know what to do with the 3 seashells, right? That's a cute reference. No, wait. Draw in further. There we go. Yeah, we can go up. Although I guess then I end up just putting my left hand on this rung anyway. Yeah, just barely have the reach for this. And then more of this horrifying inverted stuff. Oh, is this a good idea? Okay. So we can just hang from the new piton, give myself a little bit of slack and maybe a little more slack. Okay. I think this is going to work. Maybe not so much. How am I... Okay. I'm feeling better about this one. Oh, okay. The problem is that doesn't work the way I'm expecting it to. When you're on the wall, holding space to jump doesn't actually do the jump until you let go of space. But here... Yeah, here when you... The second you press the button is when it... I guess we can just recall from here. The second you press the button is when all of the jumping happens. There we go. Okay. There we go. I'm pretty sure this is where we're trying to get to. I like the design of this area a bit because it makes it... It sort of feels like you're not sure that you're supposed to be here. Oh, shit. Okay, well... Let's try that again. Okay. It does feel like maybe I'm reaching the end of my... rope. Maybe if I want to make this, I should reattach here. Oh, almost. Actually, the, there we go. Yeah, a little swing actually works just fine. So yeah, a second jump is really what was needed there. All right, we have in here a ladder and just like so much of the stuff of living. And also a weird horn. I asked Mo for help, but it's no use. The door won't budge. There's no way of knowing how its inner mechanisms work. Does it have anything to do with the lost ocean? You know, Mo isn't much of a handyman either, but you'd think we would have been able to figure it out between the two of us. But he had to weigh anchor. A date, he said. That's true, he did seem rather dressed up to tinker around. Rather perfumed, too. Of course, none of this answers my questions. I've explored you from deck to hold, and I'm no further along than when I started. I still don't know what you could have been used for, my lighthouse. Your paintings seem to allude to water falling from the sky, but that's pretty vague. Now what am I supposed to do? Gosh, how long was Bianca living here? This is a lot of stuff. Awful lot of books. And as any adult who has ever had to move can tell you, books are not, they are luxury items in a lot of ways. And honestly, one of the biggest of those ways is they are just such a pain in the ass to move around. Here, I would think that would be even more of an issue. Well, this is a weird looking device. So yeah, those paintings sure are of raindrops that are turning into what? Some kind of... Huh. Don't really know what to make of that. Am I supposed to be doing something? I think we're not supposed to have this image frozen on screen. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I see that. Yeah, you know what? We'll worry about it later. Right now, I'm just going to interact with this, and hey, look at that. The cinematic's working. Well, that was really something. I'm glad I got that to work. Okay, that's the game. That's Jusant. That's the demo. Obviously, it takes a turn at the end there. There's definitely like a lot more explicit supernatural elements than the rest of the gameplay might have suggested. That's really cool. That's going to be it for us for today, and thank you all so much for watching. When you come back next time, there's still a demo or two left to check out. There'll be at least one more of these. And I'm I'm super pumped for this. I'm really, let me really quickly here just look and see, when does this come out? Does it have a date yet? Most of the time they're pretty close to release when they're in the next fest. So yeah, the 31st, October 31st. Yeah, super pumped to see this in a couple of weeks, maybe right here on the channel. We'll see. If that's something you'd be interested in, please do let me know below and come back next time to see what else we're looking at. We'll see you then.